Yo, 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 yo. Don't know if I'm being heard, but I'm gonna find out in a second. Welcome to the Shakedown. 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 I'm in the place to be. I want to let myself in, you see, because I'm the LOP. And I guess I was being heard. All right, now. Welcome, welcome. This is Thursday, January 14th, 2021. I'm your host, LRP. This is the Shakedown, Thriving Thursdays. Welcome. A show for the fans by the fans. New York Giant based fan podcast that delves into other things and other aspects of the sports world and life in general. So, welcome. Rolling Dolo for a moment, but only for a moment. Folks will be joining pretty soon, I gather. So let's kick this thing off, man. How's everybody doing? Everybody being safe, staying out there, trying to keep your anger low. If you're anything like me, try to keep your anger low because there's a lot to be angry about. And I'm going to kick things off because I want people to understand that for long, and you need to pick up a book and read something because I've been waiting to get this off my chest for quite some time. The United States of America is built of two cultures. Understand this: capitalism and socialism. If you people don't start realizing this very, very soon, you haven't realized it in over, I don't know, since the beginning of time, and you keep using it or allowing yourself to be susceptible to getting infuriated when Republicans throw the word around so loosely as if they know that you don't know what it means. Let me tell you something. There are so many socialist programs that are built on, are created for the purpose of capitalism. That's why we have, that's what makes the United States of America is what it is, because we have been able to use both. Whereas though in other countries, it's always usually one or the other: fascism, socialism, capitalism, communism, all that stuff. Socialism and capitalism is one and the same and is used in its entirety, both ways, on both sides of the house, Republican or Democrat. So please get it out of your head as if this is just one versus the other. It's not. It's not. And you can take that to the bank. You can read up on it. You can do all you want. But it is what it is. And the problem is you guys are being led by some mindless fools and idiots and court jesters and don't realize what you're doing to yourselves. But it is what it is. I hope you guys learn up, get a lesson or two, read a book. Maybe you'll learn something. Also, understand this. You got two wars. I said this, but this all started 9 years ago. And ain't really too much you can argue about it. It's the facts. Sarah Palin, Ted Cruz, shit, 9, 12 years ago, started hooping and hollering about the Tea Party, right? With the Tea Party movement, this, that, and the third. Well, PR people told them to say, hey, that's not really sitting right with folks. So how about you change that and do a little bit something? So then they dropped that and then started totally going by the GOP. Now the GOP has always been that, but then they just migrated or integrated both of them. So now you're just dealing with lunatics that just sit there and feed you a bunch of bullshit. They're the masters of magicians. Politicians are just like magicians. They master the misdirection, the art of misdirection. And this administration has been fantastic at misdirection. Y'all keep falling for the tricks. I implore you to please do not fall for any more tricks. There's only one solution to this whole thing: jail time for all people involved. Just like Tupac said, you know what I mean? When he got out of jail, he was like, man, I'm going to ride on whoever was down with it. And that's what needs to happen. You need to ride on whoever's down with it. Shouts out to Shakes Montana into the live studio. Hope I'm being heard. think I'm being heard. I heard myself, so I think I'm good. But you never know. Start talking the truth and people silence you, so it's all good. But apparently they silence you when you're talking lies too, which is a good thing because dude was spewing all kinds of bullshit. And if y'all was acting crazy about it too, so it was a damn good thing. But anyway, this is a sports show at the heart. And we're gonna get into it as soon as everybody joins us when we get rocking and rolling. But for right now, I'm just talking my shit. But we do have the divisional weekend coming up. Got some good ones coming up. Yesterday we were talking about the Bucks and Saints. Also got the Packers in action. Chiefs gonna be in action. Baltimore Browns. So we'll be discussing that. Also gonna talk about funky ass Kyrie, where's Weirdo. It's gonna be on the topic. Gonna talk about this James Harden thing and how much of an anchor he's gonna be to those Brooklyn Nets. I hope they have the Navy training and be able to doggy paddle and use little survival tools and techniques to be able to stay afloat because the anchor is coming. The anchor coming, motherfuckers, with a big ass beard. But I'm glad he's gone out of Houston though, just to give y'all a little bit of perspective from where I reside, not where I'm from, but where I reside. Because now I can actually start liking Houston now. Because Oladipo, if Oladipo is, you know, came back and rejuvenated himself, that could be dope. John Wall, that could be dope. And Cousins, if he get his act together, they ain't got a little bad squad now, so I can actually root for him because the anchor ain't there no more. He's in Brooklyn. That's Shakes Montana's team. He seems to be very excited about it, but I'm just telling him maybe he want to pace himself just a little bit, just a little bit, because they can't find Weirdo. And Harden is a ball hog, and he's only two dimensional. So we'll see how it works. And they got Steve Nash fresh out the gate, so we'll see. Yo yo, shouts out to is it Parker Parker Kelter, and there's some other stuff. Carter Pelter Born, yeah. Parker Kelter Born. There you go. Get the shit together. You, what it do? What's going on? Shakes Montana. It's back in the live studio once again. For the people just joining, just tuning in, this is the Shakedown Sports Podcast show for the fans by the fans. I'm your host today on this thriving Thursday. LRP, Last Real Poet, as if you didn't know it because I dropped jewels. That's right. That's fire. That's dope already. And either chose went into the live studio. See, you know what I mean? The conglomerate's coming together. If you speak, they will come. That's why I tell people all I need is a podium and a street corner, and maybe a payoff to the police so they won't shoot me dead. But I'm telling you now, I got shit in my head that needs to be spread around because people need to understand what's going on in their town. And all I'm saying is, if y'all don't protect yourselves and y'all don't start getting out and voting and getting these motherfuckers out of there, you're destined to give the motherfucker the stick to beat you with. You understand? I refuse to give a motherfucker a stick to beat me with. Not gonna happen. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. And all this little hatred that y'all still holding on for 500, 600, 700 goddamn years. I mean, what are you still doing? What are y'all doing? You need to go back into the huddles and the little crevices and the little cupboards, you little cockroaches that you've been doing during the 80s and 90s. We all know that y'all forever going to hate because you're old white people and you don't know how to let shit go. Now, to all the other people that I fucks with, Dan C, Dan the Man, a lot of people, don't get it twisted. This is not anti-white. This is anti-oppression. You understand? It's not anti-white. It's anti-oppression. And y'all need to know that. Get it through your thick fucking skulls or your thick wallets. Because half of the time, you people from Wall Street and this, that, and the third, and you talk about a socialist country, this, that, and whatever, you're capitalizing on those. So what is you talking about? You want to talk about the people that's on welfare? That's commonly known as a Republican thing. Get mad at people who rape the system for welfare, EBT, and this, that, and the third. Y'all doing the same thing on Wall Street. You ain't doing shit to get that money. You're robbing and stealing then. Inside trader, this, that, and the third. Y'all all live in the same fucking pond. And meanwhile, we got one group yelling at the other group for doing the same goddamn thing. People are ignorant, man. That's why I say, hey, young, dumb world. Hey, dumb world. The world, your world. Hey, dumb world. Dumb world, dumb world. Dumb world. Y'all is just dumb, man. Wake up. Shit is pointless. And then you got motherfuckers defending shit that never happened before. Motherfuckers stormed the goddamn Capitol. You serious? 5 hours of uncounted activity, unaccounted for activity. Goddamn offices ransacked, this, that, and the third. Who's to say who was in that crowd? He's already proven and convicted on working with the other side, working with other countries. Who's to say that motherfuckers weren't mixed into that goddamn crowd and they know where to go? Granted, these fucking buffoons and court jesters that you done riled up and got them all excited and penetrating the fucking gates, sure, they don't know where to go. But who's to say Ray Giuliani ain't in motherfuckers' ears prior to, because he was there talking to people and saying, hey man, blend in with these motherfuckers, get in. They were let in from the gate. And then you had 5 hours of unaccounted for activity. Who's to say what secrets wasn't captured? And then y'all want to defend the motherfuckers the very next day who said get over it? Are you fucking serious? Goddamn right I'm mad. You goddamn right I'm pissed off because this shit is not supposed to fucking happen. So the only outcome that needs to happen, America, is convictions. Convictions, handcuffs. CIA black ops detention centers awaiting transport to Leavenworth. It's the only solution. The only fucking solution. Because y'all let a whole big ass fucking fat ass clown that ain't never fought in a goddamn nowhere take over this whole shit. How does that feel? How does that make you feel, your leader a sucker? When have you ever heard the leader of a group, the leader himself being a fucking sucker? At least half the time, some of the time, even with my bosses, they done did dirt before. I know this small hand motherfucker ain't never did nothing. Y'all let yourselves be ruled by that shit. How does it make you feel? Look in the mirror. You ain't had nobody talk to you like that. Now you feel ashamed. Whenever you see a motherfucker at the podium press his lips together, you know that's a facial recognition of shame. Fucking lying. Look it up. Read a book. Whenever you see the motherfuckers press their lips together and you see that little crease in between their forehead and their eyebrows, look at their faces. When they speak, you know they fucking lying. It's a little drool. That's why they call me last real poet, because I drop one. It's the truth. Look it up. Read a book, motherfuckers. It shows shame. It shows that they're lying. It shows that they don't give a shit. Ruled by a different evil. But anyway. Got Edith Chosen One and Shakes Montana joining us at the same time. Chosen, what up?
What's up, baby? Happy
Shakes
Thursday.
Montana, what up?
You feel me?
What
You
up,
know
man?
what's up.
Peace, peace, peace.
It ain't nothing, brother. I was just letting you drop it. I'm gonna throw my little 3 cents in and hope it make five. Shout outs to the peace, shout outs to the gods, the earths, the queens, peace to the kings, and celebrated birthdays on this day. I'm gonna start doing that, just shouting people out who I don't know. If you have a birthday today, an anniversary, a significant other that you celebrating, or just some type of stimmy package happy life that you living at this point, man. Shout outs to you and everything you're doing, and God bless you. And let's get to it. LRP, I'm with you all the way, brother. First and
No,
foremost, we out here acting like we don't know what's going on. And I've been waiting to let this out for about 2 weeks now, even though something happened only a week ago. That's how this 2021 has come in. We're bringing the past into the present, which is going to affect our future. We can sit here and talk protests all we want. We can sit here and talk about what we need to do to stand up. But the bottom line is impeachment is not enough for the sucker that was in office. If that was us, and I know People are tired of hearing this line. If that was us. No, don't get tired of hearing that line. Let it stick with you. Infuse it in your mind. Take some of it in. Breathe it in. Because now you got a chance to see what white privilege looks like as opposed to black people being shot down in the streets. You got opposed to, you get a chance to say, oh, well, listen, there were some people injured and some people hurt. Let's talk about it for real. That 4 people who were injured or hurt and that lady losing her life was minimum compared to what devastation would have took place if the color of the skin of those people were different in the majority that was there that day. You were led by the one that you voted for into a place, into a which is called domestic terrorism. In case anybody doesn't know the term, that's what domestic terrorism looks like. Because of a vote, because of a thought, because of a voice of negativity, that led you to putting yourself in a position to, one, allowing one of your supporters to be killed, two, the visual of it. The visual of it was horrific. You cannot possibly show that to anybody in any other country and sit here and tell me that we have a democracy going on in the United States and we were led by someone who cares about the capital investments and funding and lifestyle that we live and what is put up as a slogan called Make America Great Again. What America was being made great about that? What America is great before that? And what America during that, let's talk about it, acquits and doesn't bring charges up on an innocent black man who was shot 6 times in his back while getting into a car with his children all in the same time. Then has to recount votes in a state that the people felt, if it doesn't go our way, we're gonna revolt. And then the next day, this chain reaction takes place. And now we're all handcuffed in the bullshit mental state of our country due to this dude still not being put in a position to have his ass slaughtered. In other countries, they line you up on a wall, ladies and gentlemen, and put you in front of a firing squad and tear your ass up with bullets the size of cockroaches that will come in your flesh and out your back and on a wall and celebrate that shit. Am I saying that should happen to him? I don't believe in killing anybody, but I believe in putting the stamp on life where it deserves to be. And God damn it, the gavel has to drop and America has to wake up. What more do you need to see? What displays do you need to watch? That was tasteless, disrespectful, and fucked up beyond all recognition towards minorities. And if you don't like what I'm saying, that's fine. Because I'm not here for you to like it. I'm here for you to understand it to be true. My brothers of many colors, from different mothers, but not you fucking suckers that support Trump. And if you are a Trump supporter, you can delete me and right now. If you voted for him, don't fuck with me at all. And that's
That's
all I
fact.
got to say about that.
That's facts. Well said. Well said. Shakes Montana. What's up, brother? Before you go, also shout out to Dan C. Into the live studios, always with us. Big E into the live studio. I'm not sure if these individuals are still with us. I know Dan C is. But also A. Bradley. Shouts out to him. And there's somebody else that joined, but it's a cornucopia of numbers and letters. I ain't even gonna try. But Shakes Montana, what it do, baby? Thriving Thursdays for the people that just joined. Again, this is the Shakedown Sports Podcast. Welcome. Show for the fans, by the fans, New York Giant based podcast. Fan show. However, we do, as you noticed by now, and if you haven't noticed by now, we do talk about everything, current event, other sports, and other entertainment shit as well. So welcome. Most dangerous show on the planet for show. And Shakes Montana, you got the flow.
Hey Bradley, Nay, Neey, into the live studios. Well, shout outs to y'all. Shit, man.
What's
Get it
up,
on. I
baby?
told y'all, man. Told y'all, man. Beat down city, B. Told you we gonna whoop that ass, and we gonna do it again tonight. Knicks.
Do we play again tonight?
Or is it tonight? I thought it was back to back. Maybe
Nah, nah,
tomorrow.
nah. It's we do play you guys back to back, but we don't.
Rest tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to wait for that ass whooping, and I think James Harden
That's
probably
cool.
make his debut.
Oh, he is.
And you
Oh, he
gonna
is.
you gonna see the drastic change in that offense. It's gonna go down,
He is,
down, down.
You a hater.
and don't get me wrong. They may
Till
win.
your body
They
get
may
weak.
win because we have no answer for that. But wait till around March. You gonna be pissed off, Shakes. And oh, let me just say
Till your
this to
body
you
get
real
weak.
fast, because I know you got what you need to say is about to happen, which is awesome. But you do know that the rumors are swirling in the air, right? There's a little rumor going around. Tell me, is it true, my friend? They say that Kyrie Irving wants to be traded again.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm just
Oh
gonna
my
wait on
god.
that. I'm just gonna wait on that. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just wait on that. He's seriously, Shakes, mentally ill. I love him as a player. I think he's one of the greatest point guards to ever pick up a basketball for what he's done so far in his career. But whatever it is that's bothering that kid, God, I pray that you really help him for real. I don't know what's up with that, man. That's crazy. It's not even injury this time, it's mental health. And they don't know when he's going to return to the team. But he still has to wait 14 days after returning and reporting due to COVID protocols.
Mm-mm-mm.
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 That
How
is
am I a hater?
crazy.
That's what I want to know. How am I a hater? He the one that's giving all of these daggone opportunities and privileges and fucking it all up with his bullshit. Ain't nobody talked to him yet. He ain't got no Mac mittens yet. That ain't
Right.
me. That ain't me, bro. That's him. He gonna continue to do this shit just like what a famous late night talk show host said it. If you don't want me to fuck around with these people, tell them to stop doing fucked up shit. As simple as that. God
That's
damn
a
it.
fact.
That's a
Like,
fact.
what is the deal, man? What is the deal, Shakes?
Don't blame me. You the one that's burning shades and taking trips to Tibet seeking for the Holy Grail. That's him.
What is the deal, man? Like, can that even be quantified in a conversation right now by you, Shakes? Can that really be spoken about? Like, what
No,
is that about?
because it shouldn't be it shouldn't be talked about from you. All
First
these
of
shits
all,
is motherfucking speculations, and y'all don't know what the
okay,
fuck is
now
going
now
on.
now
So
now it's
now
speculations when a
y'all
man
want to sit
speaks
here,
himself. Mm-mm-mm.
yeah, yo,
So the man can't talk
it's
himself.
speculations, bro.
So that's the speculation.
So this is all he's saying, but nobody can find him.
He's found, nigga.
How how is that possible, bro?
He's
But he's
chilling
not
with his
talking to
family,
nobody,
partying.
but he talking to people.
Shakes.
I heard that.
What you have to understand is, I don't know what part of it ain't hard to find you when you're on video chilling, okay? While you tell your coach nothing, but then tell him his personal reasons why you don't want to play, which we got that part. Okay, whatever personal reasons you have, that's fine. But the first person you call, Shakes, and you tell them, I just don't feel like playing. That's on you. That's on you, brother. That's not a speculation. Those are your conversations.
And they only left 5 blue
Right.
M&Ms in his bowl in his locker room instead of
I
6.
haven't seen none of these comments. So
Man, let me send all of
I
that to
seen
you
nothing.
right now. And I'll send all of that to you in our group chat on Messenger. Don't worry about it. It's
I
simple
told
stuff.
them I was 6.
The man is speaking his voice. He's not talking for nobody. Nobody's assuming this. He's on video, chilling at a party with his family down in South Jersey, right? Then he speaks to Associated Press. I just don't feel like playing. Then Steve Nash lets it be known, I haven't spoke to him directly yet, but I'm pretty sure we'll talk soon. Like, come on.
Shit just started, bro.
Right.
Right,
Started.
right.
He already doing this.
Yo,
Same
LRP,
shit.
man. It- I've never seen somebody make excuses for somebody, but always got something to say about us with some type of titty in our mouth. At least the guys that we talk about play. That's the
Shakes is
reason why we
very
talking.
Shakes is very consistent. That's why I love him. He's very consistent.
Right, on the flat. He's very
He's
consistent. He's
very consistent.
50% there, 50% there. I got it.
You line them up. Gettleman,
Right.
Garrett, Kyrie.
Facts.
You line them up, bro. He's very consistent.
Yeah, bro. Yes, he will protect his people. Do not, Dan C. Is there such thing as an assistant district attorney? ADA? Because that's what Shakes is.
Cole
He's the
Shakes.
ADA.
Shakes would now be known as Shady Giuliani.
That's a fact. That is a fact. And that's
Shaky,
sticking.
Shaky Giuliani.
Right, man.
No, I don't definitely. I'm just playing on that one. I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't. Nobody cares.
I'm
It
not
was
going to
it was
compare
funny
him.
as shit
It
though.
was funny though, but I
It was
ain't going to
funny as
compare
shit
him to
though.
that evil devil. Never that. I would never do that. But no, I mean, hey, so Shakes, you can be high on your Nets, man. We'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean? But I tell you what, I don't know if you guys caught it, but now I'm glad that he's gone because I get to actually root for the daggone Rockets. Not that they'll be
And
my team, but I don't watch them because their basketball was so boring when he was on the team. But now that he's not, and they got Oladipo, they got Wall, they got Cousins, they got a good, supporting cast. That may be a thing. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm interested to see how these boys play, especially Oladipo and Wall if they can stay healthy.
let
That
me
might
just
be a
bring
thing.
some let me bring some love to you too, LRP, on that real quick, because if you're saying that you might stick with Houston right now while they in basketball purgatory as a playoff team, because that's not happening, right? By some miracle, maybe, but you have the next 7 picks in the draft in the first round from one team, and you have another first round pick from another team. So you have 8 first round picks combined, 5 just normal in the next 5 years, and 4 swaps. And Houston has hell of a money because they unloaded all of their max contracts. So
That's
they have enough money to get the next big free agent on a max deal and have all the draft capital in the world with 8 picks in the first round in the next 8 straight years. Mm. Is one man worth all that?
I mean,
We will see.
where they sit in the standings?
It's
Because
it's
what I'm
it's
saying
3
is,
regular, 4 swaps. Just just to be clear.
let's see, because once they get
But you did
rocking and
it's 4
rolling,
regular because they got Indiana's, they got Milwaukee's too.
I don't care about Milwaukee. And somebody else got Milwaukee.
on there they sitting at 14. Let's see.
Somebody else got Milwaukee's first.
I don't know, bro. If they stay healthy, I can see them battling for an eighth spot.
I think the departure of Clint Capella was a big deal because he was there rebounding, battling underneath the boards. DeMarcus Cousins' athleticism is not the same from when he was, because of the injuries, which is fine, but they just need help down low. And John Wall has to play basketball every night, and now he's going to get tested because he's going to play against all the best guards in the world in the West. He has to go against Murray, Dame, Steph. He got to handle it.
I think they got a good. I mean, I'm just saying, just off of history. I don't know what these guys are going to be. The record is 3-6. Got 184,000 daggone NBA games. So who knows what happens several months from now? But
Yeah.
on paper, on its face of what these guys used to be in their respective spots in Washington, Indiana, this could be a thing. That's all. I mean, especially now that they could just play. And I think they can win at least a good 10 games just off the fact that they ain't got to deal with hard ass no more. That alone could jumpstart their daggone exuberance for the game again. I'm telling you, Shake, Sandman is coming, bro. Everybody on there going to be sleepy. And Durant already sleepy. Shit going to be boring as shit once he put his thing on there. Dude is like fucking poison ivy or some shit. You don't understand. It's coming, bro. Your attitude about to change. Fucking turn flowers into roots or some shit like sprouts. He's walking decay. That's what he is. That's good one. He's walking decay. You know what I mean? You just hear an electric guitar when he walks and sounds of Undertaker soundtracks. It's terrible. But anyway, but I'm still riding with the Lakers though. That's still the squad. But I'm just saying, I'm keeping my eye on Houston. Moving on to another unhappy player in Houston and switching to football. I told y'all last year when they got rid of Hopkins, I said, damn it, Deshaun, you go too. Should have left with him. I said that. I said that Deshaun Watson need, and y'all tell me I said that. Deshaun Watson need to get the hell out of Houston right now, especially now that Hopkins is gone. Then you got Andre Johnson, a person that's just got inducted into the Ring of Honor. Andre Johnson does all kinds of philanthropy stuff down here in Houston. It's like Bun B of Houston. You know what I'm saying? I mean that he's loved. And even he came out and said, man, I told y'all the Texas organization ruins people's careers. Been doing it since the beginning of time. Deshaun Watson need to get out of there in a better situation. Other than the Miami thing. Where would Deshaun Watson be best?
He
What team?
can bring his ass right here to New York, but guess what, LRP?
You
We
know that
all
shit ain't
know
gonna happen.
it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna happen. Dan Jones is the self-anointed king. Unfortunately, especially that Dave Gettleman here. I don't want to start getting on Daniel Jones because, like I said, in his third year, the dude could be dope. Same thing happened to Josh Allen. He could put it all together, and who knows? We can be 11-5 or 12-3 like they are. You know what I'm saying? Because on this third year, he just came alive. Or second? Yeah, it's third year, right? Josh Allen
Well, he
third year.
came now he came alive in year two because they helped him out with the defense. They helped him out with the defense, so that helped him get through some games and even get over some mistakes because the defense got him through. He made it to the playoffs last year, had a lead, but they couldn't muster up enough offense to get past the running game of the Titans.
Mm,
Had a lead, but couldn't do nothing with it.
yeah.
And you know what happened after that? Crush Beast Cyclone.
Because I tell you what, I would definitely make a trade. If I were the Giants, and as the people for the people just joined us again, this is the Shakedown Sports Podcast, show for the fans by the fans, Giants fan base show. But if I was the Giants, I swear I would put Evan Ingram, Ziegler, because they need line in Houston. They need weapons in Houston. I'll put Tate on there. Ziegler, Tate, Evan Ingram, and Jones. Put them in the package for goddamn for Watson.
And
I
a
even
second
know,
or third round pick.
yeah, a pick, and
Throw that in there.
that would be the base deal. But if they say no, we need more, I was like, all right, fine. I throw in O'Shane Zimenez prominent player coming out. They need somebody to take over because J.J. Watt a little long in the tooth, so they need that pass rush. Linebackers is good, but that's why I thought it was like a 5-player package with the draft pick for Deshaun Watson and a quarterback. And get Dan Jones, not even throw a running back in there. I probably give him old man Quillis or Lewis. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't got worse shit and draft wide receiver with number 11 or edge rusher. You already got a good line. I mean, I think Henderson is going to be good next year. Should be to the good, you know what I mean, after a good training camp. You know what I mean? Get up there, him and Lemieux be our 2 guards, Pert and Thomas with the bookends. Have Gates in the middle or Murphy or somebody else backing them up. I straight do that for Deshaun Watson. But he need to get out of Houston. But Giants ain't going to do that because we're going to do the black quarterback thing. But what other teams would you guys think he'd be best at?
I'm gonna always keep it real. Him in New England is different than Cam.
Oh, yeah.
Him in New England is different than Cam. He's much more coachable. He's much more, you know what I'm saying? His desire and will to play at this point is much higher. When you saw Cam Newton in New England, you saw at times he just did not care because of whatever reasons or for whatever reasons. Now, the first couple of games he came out blazing. Cam Newton was on fire. We was all like, yo, Cam is a thing in New England. Fantasy people was grabbing him up. It was all good. But when you get into the heart of that season, that 6, 7, 8 games, and y'all losing, and then the morale is down, and then you're in a place that's foreign to you, which is way up north, coming from down south. The people are different. The demographic is different. The love is different. It shows. He fell out of love with football around game 8. He just didn't give a fuck no more. Game 9. And that's not what I think Deshaun Watson will become if he goes to a place like New England. But I think his best fit would be in Indianapolis.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, he would. Because they still got Brissett backing up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but for some reason, he just can't overtake the star spot. They put people in front of him every year, and I don't know why. But I don't care. But Deshaun Watson would be perfect in Indianapolis.
I agree. That would be. That would be nice,
But let me
especially
ask
with
you,
that
why the
two-man
fuck
run
would they
game.
trade in their own division? Tell me that.
People do dumb shit all the time. Ask your grandfather why the fuck he traded Odell Beckham.
Nah, he got a point there.
That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, they ain't never
I'm
going
just
to
saying.
give the Colts
Listen.
to Sean. But
We know
what was
what
to
it
the
is,
question?
but he
That was the perfect
asked
answer
me
to the
what was the
question.
best fit. That he asked me
Yeah.
the best fit. Not if that's real. That's the best fit.
Gotcha.
No, I agree.
Gotcha.
That would be a good look for the Colts for sure. But with he being similar, I mean, if the running game ain't clicking, I mean, do you
See how I
believe in
attacked your
wide
grandfather?
receivers?
See how I attacked your
Yeah.
grandpappy?
Ghetto
Can I ask you a
five.
question? Since we right here,
Right.
real quick. Why do we keep him? I just want to hear it from you. Why do we keep him?
Because he do,
Yo, that's what I
baby.
told y'all all season
And the
long.
Giants like taking the
Mm-hmm.
shit.
Tell me.
Because he do,
If we
baby.
motherfucking go in there and we in the motherfucking playoff hunt or whatever, he ain't going nowhere. If we about to make the playoffs, or we should have made the playoffs like we should have, he ain't going nowhere. Simple as that. Nepotism. They don't want to do no new shit.
Okay, I'm happy you
I
said
feel
that.
like,
And I
alright,
love you for it
it's
even
turning
more.
the coat. So they gonna keep on trying to rock with this shit. Keep him with the
Mm,
coach.
mm, mm.
See where it take him.
Shouts out to Jay Money into the live studio. Brother's always with us. Appreciate him. And also Cello 885. Also into the live studio. Don't know if these individuals are stuck around or not. Probably just jumped in and jumped out. But if you are still here, welcome. Tuned into the most dangerous show, Shakedown Sports Podcast. It is Thriving Thursdays. I'm just chopping it up about everything and anything because our people don't care about anything or everything. And all they care about is everything and anything. And it don't mean a thing because I'm sitting here smoking on a cigarette. But anyway, look, Dave Gettleman should have been gone a long time ago, but he's not. So I agree with Shakes. It is what it is. He's here. Got to make the best of it. Um, I mean, where we going for real? For real. I tried, America. I tried to root for somebody else and said, fuck this team. But, what can you do when you bleed blue? What can you do? Gotta rock with them. Because I fucks with the Giants. Fuck Dave Gettleman, rock with the Giants. Because I do like Judge, and I like the way he's going with the team. So hopefully his voice get a little bit more louder, and old boy's actions get a little bit more quieter.
Man, something. No more people to come along on the bandwagon jumping and the bandwagon hopping with the purple and black. You cannot root for my Ravens. All right. Just letting
Yo,
y'all know for those who's trying to find a secondary team or find their new team to just root for because the Giants is where they at and ridicule.
I still got my Arizona Cardinals
Y'all
now.
cannot y'all cannot
Oh,
root. Yeah. You stay with them Cardinals
I
because they
still
suck.
got my Cardinals. That's
And
all right. We're
oh,
gonna see them
and
soon.
that's
and
how we
don't come
doing. We
over here
revealing.
Y'all been knew I
and
was. I
don't
mean,
come
shit.
over
They
here.
drafted all of my sons. They got Isaiah Simmons. They got Kyler Murray. Got D Hop. They got too many people I like. I just wish
Okay.
Kingsbury would break let the kid out the fucking bottle. You know what I'm saying? He can throw that rock just like Mahomes, man.
Let my people go.
So that's my only concern. With all this air raid shit, you trying to be too different. But go ahead, E. What you got, bro?
Oh nah, I was just listening to Shakes tell everybody in the world who they can't root for.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
I don't know personally how many of us outside of Shakes is even a Ravens fan. I like Lamar, he the nephew,
You can't do it.
but that's about it. And I'm going to stay
I was
rooting for
accepting.
him. If he wins, I accept his win, but I'm not going to go to the parade. Come on now. We
I
ain't
ain't
doing
never
that.
had no problem with the
I
Ravens.
was
Yeah,
accepting
that's what I'm
people
saying. I don't
last
got
year.
to. Oh, okay.
I was accepting people last year to jump on. So if you jump on now, you're too late.
I was I was already on the train, man. I was just getting a sandwich. I was in the kitchen. I was in the
All
No,
right.
kitchen
Lamar
calling.
Jackson fans, I think all of us as a whole love the kid and root for the kid. We know why. We don't got to go that far today. I already said my public service announcement earlier. We know why we root for the kid.
Hell
You
yeah.
feel me?
Lamar Jackson is dope. And I wanted Lamar
Exactly.
Jackson the same year we drafted Barkley. And I
Of course you
came up
did.
with a hell of a package that Dan C argued with me about. And I told him right then and there. I remember it like it was yesterday. I
And
was
I was
telling
there.
him he was arguing on one side of the street for another motherfucker and was talking about tonics or something. And I was like, well, just imagine we old 1940 type salesmen. And we're all out there with our mustaches and weird outfits. And you selling tonic on your side of the street. And I'm selling tonic on my side of the street. Only difference between what we were saying is his ass had a big ass sign, but mine had more substance. And I told him
and
Lamar Jackson and Saquon Barkley would be a whole thing.
And I was all the way down. But we all know who sits at the top. Right, Shakes? Grandpa Love. Grandpa
Hmm.
Bear. Right? We all know that ain't happening. We all know that ain't happening.
Fucked up cousin from Sicily who came over to America to try to take over the family business, but he keep fucking up. That motherfucker.
Dark complected. You know how they are.
Got the old folks back at the old country saying, "Why the fuck do we send this guy? What the fuck is the matter with him? What is he doing up there?" I don't know, boss. Send somebody up there to look after him. He's fucking up the whole thing. You're gonna get us all fucking pinched. What's the matter with this kid? 4 fucking towels you wasted on that guy. Gotta toughen this kid up. But that shit should have been done by order of the Pinky Blinders for sure. Should have
Right.
definitely made Lamar Jackson fucking thing. He would have been behind Eli. He would have had Saquon. And he actually, at the time, I mean, granted, when you think back like that, you change the future. So you change Judge in that aspect because I think we would have been able to win with that.
Yeah, because Sherman wouldn't have had to have coached for real. He would have just had to do what most people do with that type of talent. Hope he can just put it together in certain areas and it work out.
For real.
Because that's a talent you don't got to go through a bunch of coaching with. You just draw plays for.
And while you bullshitting, even in today's time, not to switch gears, but I would let Garrett fucking go and see what Mike Shula doing up these days.
That's
Because
a
Shula would,
fitty.
especially if the motherfucker ain't got worried about calling plays like our old head coach. Judge just do his thing. Mike Shula can definitely create something and run this damn thing. Don't get it twisted. I just thought of that, and I stand by it.
That's you know what, LRP, you are talking that shit today. You always talk that shit, but you are talking that shit today. And this is why we are dangerous and we back. Because he's on his content game and he's back where he belongs. And now he's doing what's necessary. That right there was a Rubik's Cube put together with all the colors in sync. And don't show nobody how to do that shit either.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't show you if I could, man. Mine is just sent from another planet. But that's what I would do. I swear to God, I'd do it. Put him with Dane Jones and actually let this boy rip the damn ball down the field like he's supposed to. Get one of these wide receivers if they fall to us, hopefully. Kyle Pitts is starting to be a thing. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, the dude is a beast. I wouldn't, think that would be a thing at 11, but he's a hell of a fucking player. Only thing though is like you're taking another gamble in a tight end position with the risk of not using him as a tight end. Same thing with Ingram, but the only difference is I would not put this kid in a category of that. But just as far as position wise and what they do, as far as what we need. But if they willing to get out of this whole thing of having a beast ass receiver / tight end in that position, then make Tololo and Caden Smith your blockers / tight end playmakers. You know what I'm saying? Don't even fucking trip. You keep forcing them into this damn round hole with a square peg. Shit ain't fucking working. So I understand Kyle Pitts is a thing for everybody, but why would you want to put him in the same daggone situation as we already have? I'll be
That's
with
what
it.
I'm
If they
saying.
looking to do something different with him, then I'll be with it. But other than that, man, hopefully these receivers fall. If not, get a fucking edge. We also talk about the draft for the people that join us as well. So it'll be a blend of that mixed in with all kinds of shit. We may be all over the place, but at least we keep me entertained, hopefully.
Listen, bro. All I want to know is, can we get to the level that Lamar Jackson has because of the pieces around him as well? Because I'll never forget all of those guys missing the game due to COVID. And he still was able to pull out that victory due to the fact that the pieces around him that stepped up got them the victory. The situation with the Browns. Look at that. That is a perfect situation to look at. A team that Even though the Pittsburgh Steelers was on the decline in this season, the Browns came to play despite the mistakes that they made. That's not the Browns' fault. They still put up over 30 points on them despite the 2021 that was given to them. So you look at the run game, you look at the wide receivers, how they stepped up and kept the chains moving. You look at the routes that the wide receivers was running, and once again, the co-stars. Can we get the co-stars? That's my biggest deal walking into this new season. Everybody has to have a Robin to be a Batman. You know what I mean? Like, can we get the co-stars, LRP? Can we get the co-stars, Shakes? That's what's needed. Let's not just talk about the quarterback. Let's talk about what we need. We a gang right now, that's cool. But can we get the people who's really gonna make things happen? Because that's what we're missing. We're missing a playmaker at wide receiver. We're missing a edge rusher on the defensive end. We are missing a linebacker to complement Blake Martinez and have that spot solidified. Jimenez and Carter, too many injuries. So we haven't even gotten a chance to see them for 16 on the field and what they possibly can do because they've been on IR so much. Can we get a dynamic punt returner? Somebody to help us flip the field. These are the things that we need. On the offensive line on the right side, you guys already know what's going on. LRP, you ready to give up Zeitler right now, and I'm all the way with you.
Hell yeah. I would shit. I give up Zeigler. He's in two. Zeigler is in two trade packages for me. If I was,
What about Flamingo? He
or
just cut.
I'd throw him in there too if they want him. You know what I mean? I think hey, I throw him in there at the end. Just say his name first, or in the middle. So just say it fast. So how about Fleming? Fleming, I never. You know what I mean? Have another name to say right after, like say it fast, like Eminem. But shit, he'll be in there too. I don't give a shit. Especially if it means bringing back either Odell or Deshaun Watson was up until recently wasn't really anything other than that. That was the only trade that I felt that we could make. You know what I mean? But I definitely agree. You need a wide receiver so Shep can be Shep again. You got all this extra stuff. I mean, you did have somebody in Pettis, so you got folks coming up. You know what I mean? But until they actually do something to prove scary, you need to bring that scary guy in. And people can say what they want to say about Odell and his production to other teams. And I ain't letting them go just like Charlie and Maine. Shouts out to Charlie and Maine, Big Chazzo. I ain't letting him go like he don't let go of Will Beatty. I'm surprised he ain't said his name at all. But I should let you know that he feel pretty good about Thomas too. I'm gonna pull you on the carpet for that one. You can say what you want, Chazzo, but you ain't said Will Beatty name all year. So I
Mm-hmm.
think you like Thomas. But yeah, man, that's what I feel is needed. And Dan C said I would never refer to any team as my team but the Giants. And I think that was directly towards Shakes because Dan C and Shakes have like a little Simpsons evil baby Maggie type situation going on. Whenever they see each other, shit, they be giving each other the snake eye. They ain't really, they cool, but they don't fuck with each other for real.
Right. All right. So I definitely would like to talk about that with you since you just brought it up, LRP, and Shakes as well.
Go purple,
I'm just
boy.
playing though. They like each other. I'm just playing.
Love each other. California love. So Andrew Thomas, Shakes, you want to go first on this? We talked about it, but we didn't really get in depth with it because the surgery was just yesterday.
I didn't even know he had a problem. I read that yesterday too. Glad you
Mm-hmm.
brought that up.
Mm-hmm. Now I love this because this is something that I talk about during the regular season about how the New York Football Giants are one of the greatest injury hiding teams through the season. And I can only talk like that because I only see us do it because I don't pay attention to other teams hiding injuries because I don't care. So we're one of the greatest injury hiding teams that I've ever seen. Every year, somebody, when the season is over, has to have some type of surgery because of a nagging ailment all season, which hindered their production during the season, which in my mind cost us games. I need to know how you guys feel about that. Because if this injury was that serious where he had to have surgery and they didn't want to talk about it and they started him every week, you started an unhealthy player whom you put in a position to aggravate, keep aggravating, and keep possibly injuring further whatever ailment he had possible. But not only that, you inconsiderate sons of bitches, you put him in a position where it cost us games at times because he couldn't protect the quarterback in the most in the highest profile position on the offensive line. So that all ties into all of that. Daniel Jones took, if I'm not mistaken, the most sacks and pressures this season, or second most. I'll find that out. Don't quote me. This season, and Andrew Thomas led the league in sacks and pressures. So we need to talk about that. Because if that's the mindset we have moving forward, we are way beyond fucked up.
Hmm. Shakes, you want to take? Shakes sharing a live show and shit. You just having a good time. He's like, this is a good show. I'm going to let everybody know what we doing because I'm having a fun time listening. I hope that's what people feel when it happens because I be feeling the same type of way myself, you know? Well, how you feel about what Edith Chosen just said, bro? Did you want to speak on it? Going once, going twice, three times I'll take
No.
over.
Go ahead, yo.
Oh, nah. Nah, well, I was going to say, man, look, I 100% agree. I had no idea Andrew Thomas was battling ailments pretty much a good large. I didn't even read it too, so don't quote me. But he was dealing with the pain for a couple of weeks, and then to be in a cast at the end of the season to let you know how serious or how much he played through it or whatever. But that only makes me feel good about the future because they say he's going to be ready by the time it comes down to get ready to go again as far as the training camps and getting ready for off-season workouts, this, that, and the third. So that's good. And so he, like you said, he got beat up a lot. He got trial by fire all season. So I think that's only going to help. It looks like the offensive line coach got his head together. And you know what I mean? So another year with these guys and him actually in the front center, not like, oh boy, they got pissed off and fired. A lot of shit has happened this season, man, with everything going on in the world and it's just a lot of shit that you just forget. Like, damn, how long ago was that? Shit is weird, bro. I never, it's an era for a lifetime, but nah, I agree, man. I'm good with Thomas. I would definitely want to get a center and a guard in this draft. Um, Probably not in our 6 picks that we have, but with the limited picks that we do have, I'm pretty sure there'll be an abundance of undrafted free agents that are, in the deeper rounds. Once we actually start breaking down the film of these guys, I'm quite confident we'll be able to put a squad together. But they got to get those playmakers, got to make the right moves in free agency and build this thing right. Because maybe not what Shake said in our old opening, I don't see no holes on this squad. We could be potentially saying that again very soon, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it was an up and down season for him. He struggled in I would say the first quarter of the season. Maybe struggle is an understatement. But once it got into the middle of the season, You've seen the progression, and he had some great weeks. I think he put up like 4 or 5 great weeks in a row before it got bad again. You know what I'm saying? And it started getting bad again probably like at the end of the season. Start doing a little bit of things that was reverting, but for the most part, I felt like he turned the curve and he figured it out. Now I didn't know he was hurting either, but that also goes into a notch for me. Giving him the okay, I see you is playing hurt like that. That's some tough shit. Playing hurt where you need surgery on this element and just playing it and roughing it out and still progressing and going through your rookie season. That to me speaks volumes into how I feel about this kid, and I think that he is a franchise left tackle, and I'm hoping that he gets as good as Tyron Smith because that's the ceiling that I am looking at him in. Can you get as good as him? Maybe not better, maybe not the same player, but can you be as good as that? That's what I'm waiting to see, and hopefully, he'll take that big step next year, and I think he will. But yeah, I'm happy about it. Um,
And
um,
to add on what you're saying, we don't even know when he was injured and what games he was dealing with it. Because as we both said, that dealing with the trial by fire thing, I mean, to greatest performance on a potentially bad leg against these beast edge rushers that he had to deal with. I mean, it's a little caveat to, I guess, the thought behind this kid might explode next year.
What's crazy is when did it happen? We don't even know when it happened because of the fact that he
Could it be that
it was never
those 2 weeks?
reported.
Could it be that I think it was those 2 weeks that he did kind of like he didn't start so much. He was in the game, but he was heavy more so rotation, and that's when Pert got more burn. Could it be during that time?
why you asking him like he know?
I'm just,
That's a fact.
I just,
Like,
I just threw
yo,
it out there
you
like
see
that.
how silent I was, Shakes. I was about to. I don't know,
Right.
brother. Like, I'm figuring out this whole situation with you guys. Like,
Right.
why did he even play,
I'm
or why
just
was
saying.
he never on
I
an
formed it.
injury report?
I formed it in the question. You're right. I did form
Right.
it in the question, but I was just throwing it out there, brainstorming. As you showed up
You
right.
heard the
Oh, why you
silence,
think
right?
that?
I
I
didn't.
was like, I
I
don't
didn't
know.
want to lie in 2021, Shakes. You see, I'm like, I'd have probably formulated something last year, like maybe it was when we saw Matt Pert.
Cause you remember,
No,
you remember
I
when he
don't.
twisted, right? Yeah, I
Right when he got his ass, when Dupree came off
You
and
see,
pushed him on his neck.
and the motherfucker did a flip. Did you see when that happened?
Right, right over our fucking head. Did you see the car flip over? Yo,
And then the
when
dude shot me.
Dupree,
It's like, he didn't shoot you.
I'm gonna say it
Like, he
like
did. He
this:
shot me right in the leg. Man, why you come up with a stupid lie
it
like
could
that?
it could have been any of the weeks where the Crush Beast and the Cyclone took place. So I'm gonna just say this: it was a lot of pushing, and I don't know when his ankle got caught. It was a lot of baby changing. So I don't know when Tyler
It could have been
was
anyone
put on
else.
his ass.
It
It
could
could
have
have been
been any
anyone.
time he walked through the
It
turnstile.
could have been any time. When you get your ass whooped like that, you got to bump a few lines of coke. They say, "Goddamn it!" I mean,
He could have walked through that turnstile any time and scraped his knee. Who knows?
I don't know, but I do know it's a lot of ass whippings to choose from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't got to sit here and just go to one place. It's optional. It's a lot of ass whippings to choose from. So whenever it did happen, I'm kind of disappointed in us for not putting him on the injury report or any of those things. I do not give any kudos to him playing through that because he's our future. So I'd rather him sit a couple of weeks, let someone healthy play while he healed up, and he could have possibly had a better season from that point on moving forward. So I don't respect that. And that's the Giants organization because that young man is not going to do that to himself. He's always going to want to play because he has the heart of a champion. But you protect your investments. You don't do that. He should not be having ankle surgery after his first year in the NFL.
I want to see what this does. Oh, that was whack. All right, just want to see what that do.
I just wanted to see the button.
Well, press the button.
Do you guys agree or disagree on that?
I agree. I agree, 100%. So this is what I found interesting. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Apparently, the Philadelphia Eagles have requested permission to interview Kellen Moore, offensive coordinator from the Cowboys.
He just got extended too.
Yeah, and he just got extended. So, what do y'all think about that? I saw that this morning. I didn't really pay no attention to it, but for shits and giggles, like, seems like I don't know what to think of that. Like, why on earth would they want to have Kellen Moore as their head coach? I mean, head coach?
Let him do it. Go ahead, let him do it. Stupid.
Right. We need a dumbass, inexperienced dude there so we can whoop on their asses like how they did us. They beat our asses due to inexperienced dummies.
You realize they gave away their only really potential good chip that they had. Because I remember in the beginning of the season last year, we said that you had three teams all starting out with new regimes: Giants, Redskins, and Cowboys, with all new head coaches, all new staff, the whole 9 yards. And then you go, Philadelphia was the only stability out of that group because there was the ones intact. Then they fuck around and do this. Then it was then the destruction of their quarterback, old boy Wentz. They just completely fucked themselves up in the game for real.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but that shit, like continuity, is what you're basically going at, didn't help them much. Because they were still the worst team in the NFC East when all three teams were sitting there going through their transition. So they might as well have gone through a transition too.
Facts. Sometimes it just, fastballs that I just want my partners to
Mm-hmm.
knock out of the park. So I
Right.
just said that. I threw it right at you. You did what you're supposed to do. Reggie
Pow!
Jackson, shut up.
Sammy Sosa, nigga.
I said Reggie Jackson. Why on earth would you want to be Sammy Sosa? Don't nobody want
I
to be
don't
Sammy.
know,
Yo, do
man.
you
I
see his
don't
face
know,
these
man.
days though,
Especially,
bro?
yeah, yeah. I
Yo,
was
you
just
see
thinking
his
about that too.
grill?
Like, yo, I don't even know after seeing his face now, man. Like, I don't know what's going on with him, bro.
Dude look
Yo,
like an
what is
old
the
Man, his
deal?
vampire
shit
from a
worse than Michael
1980s
Jackson, bro.
vampire show.
Oh
Yo,
my
it looked
God, what are you
like it
doing?
looked like 10 people trapped him in an elevator, held him down, and threw powder straight in his face and drew red lipstick on him and ran out.
Straight
And he
up,
got
bro.
up and was like, "Yo, why y'all do that?" And they took the first picture of when he stepped out of the elevator.
He looked like Dave Chappelle when he do the white person on the
Yeah, he
news.
looked pasty. He looked pasty. All lives matter. All lives matter. All home runs count. All home runs count.
Straight up, man.
What made him do that is my question.
I don't know. I don't know. Drugs is
You you
a
you 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 Hispanic. What the problem is?
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
What is the problem here? It ain't like you was going into acting and you felt like Hollywood want to lighter
He
City
looked like
Sosa. What the
he
hell?
looked like he looked like he Scarfaced the motherfucking coke and shit. You know what I mean? Just put his face all up in that shit.
For real.
But his neck is still dark. You see the crazy
Yo,
yo
for real, bro. He Jack Nicholson Joker. Literally fell in a pool of acid. Came
but
out with a baby face.
his neck is still Hispanic.
Yeah.
He got a Portuguese face with a Hispanic neck
Everything else look crazy. I'm like,
in Dominican hands. I don't understand what's going on right there.
man. Looking like that created baby from Toy Story.
Mm,
This
mm, mm.
scary ass baby.
Yo, that shit is scary. I don't even know why they got that on a cartoon, bro. Like, what type of shit is
Sammy
that?
Sosa look like a
Like that
man
motherfucker
Annabelle.
gives me nightmares.
Yo, that baby is creepy as shit.
Yo, that baby is creepy as shit on fucking Toy Story.
With
Like,
the
what the
spider
fuck?
legs and shit.
Why would this even be a character? I mean, the eye is all poked out and shit. Like, what is this?
That's I'm telling you, you see Seven Sosa in the dark alley, you got that same reaction. Ah! What the hell you sneaking up on me for? It's like, what you talking about? I walked right up in front of you.
Oh, freaky Jason.
It's like, my foot wants some steps. Wear some heels next time. Sneaking up on people.
Stay away from me, freaky Jason.
But so Urban Meyer looks like a thing in Jacksonville. Y'all think he gonna do anything with that team, or
Let me
what y'all
say
think about
this
that move?
real quick. My sentence is just only two. I hate the sucker shit Urban Meyer is doing. That's number one, right? I'm just upset at him from the whole national championship. But that move is
You
perfect.
do realize Ryan Day is the head coach of Ohio State, right?
I mean, I'm sorry. What he did when he was there though. What Urban
Okay.
Meyer did when he was there. I always hated his still situation with quarterbacks when he was there. I'm gonna say it, I'm sorry. But
But
That's
I'm
yo,
what
not gonna
didn't
I
lie.
he
had a
get
feeling
fired
that.
for touching on something?
Yeah,
Didn't he touch
B.
on somebody?
Let's talk on it.
No, it wasn't him.
Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just
That
playing
wasn't him.
shit.
That wasn't him.
Nah,
The coach.
I
no,
was to say,
bro.
oh shit,
No.
oh shit.
Nah,
Who was
that
that
ain't
that was
Urban.
touching something?
It was
That
the
ain't Urban
Who was
assistant
that that
touching
was
this.
coach
touching?
beating his
That
wife.
was his yeah,
His
that
assistant coach
was
was beating his wife, and he didn't say anything after the wife came to him and reported. He
right.
didn't
Oh
do
yeah,
anything.
that's
That's what he
right.
got in
That's right.
trouble
That's
for.
right.
And
That's right.
it was the same
But who was the
situation, right?
coach that guy? Who
But it
was the
was the
coach
same
that got whooped
situation that
for
was around the time
Penn
of
State.
the kicker. Remember, gentlemen,
reaching out and
with
touching
our
old
kicker,
boys?
Hold on, real quick. The
Sandusky?
Penn State Zandusky is the one that got caught for touching someone.
Yeah, Sandusky was
Oh,
TNT.
okay, okay.
But even then, the head coach didn't say anything, so that's why
Yeah,
the old dude had to bounce.
he got there before he left before Barkley got there, so we just kill all that thought
Damn,
because
son,
people
that
be
man
thinking.
said, reach out and touch
How
somebody's
did
ass.
you get here? Nobody's supposed to
Make
be
this
here.
world
Oh yeah,
spin.
you're right. And back to what you were saying, the kicker, You- um,
Right.
the kicker that was beating on his wife.
It was around the same time.
Yeah, yeah, that's what
But
happened. Go ahead. What
right.
you saying
But
about
I do believe
What
that
the
that
world?
is a great move for him, especially one with all the draft capital that they got. Two, the position in the draft that they're going to be in. And he has all of that to work with and build up from. He's not coming into a situation where he's starting from the bottom and they're here. He's actually starting from the top and he can get away from the bottom just in 1 year if he does it right. He'll at least be mid tier if he does it right. That is a perfect opportunity for anybody. And I'm done.
Well,
And indeed, my bad.
I think he's damn near a god in Florida for what he did with Tebow and them. So I think it's a great place for him to go back to in Florida, being that. Um, Going to the NFL, that's a it's a different ball game. I think he done it before. Didn't he do it before? He didn't do it before. No, I don't think he did. But it's a different ball game. Stepping up to
Yeah,
the
I was gonna ask that. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. And
No, you
I'm
good.
just gonna. I don't think this is his first NFL job, right?
I believe it is. I believe it is. I know he was candidates before. I know he was a candidate for a lot of teams in previous years. But I don't think he ever left college. He went from Florida going into a conglomerate in Ohio State, and those are the jobs that I do know that he has had. So yeah, I don't remember or recall him being in the pros. So yeah, this is his first go around. It's a different conglomerate, but I think he going to be high. I think he's gonna have a little success because he's a player's coach.
And he definitely
He's a
gonna be
player.
starting out with Trevor Lawrence.
Mm, that ain't that ain't too shabby, huh?
Exactly. Not too shabby at all. Can you hear me? Okay.
Absolutely perfect, bro.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you starting off with that, and then you still got young defense. You know, but they didn't got rid of maybe some folks, but they should be all right though. I just thought that was interesting that he got hired. I want to talk about. We did an hour. We an hour in so far, a little over an hour really, but I wanted to talk about these battles. I don't know why.
Oh, hold on for 30 seconds. I'm so sorry. I would never interrupt you, LRP. But it got to be said. This just dropped 30 minutes ago. Listen to this, Shakes. You're going to love it, LRP. And I promise I'm going to get you right back to the battles. That's what you were saying. The star point guard has missed a week's worth of games following the riots in Washington, D.C. But apparently, Irvin has more issues than that. A few hours ago, he spoke after he sat out the last 4 games without any indication when he will return. But according to SNY's TV's Tommy D, Irvin is furious with the organization, and it has nothing to do with the new acquisition of James Harden in a 4-team trade. Irvin is reportedly upset by the Nets' decision to hire Steve Nash as the head coach because he's not in favor of it. D also described the relationship between Irvin and teammate Kevin Durant recently becoming very distant. It is unclear when Irvin plans to rejoin the Nets, especially as he reportedly continues to ignore calls from Kevin Durant and the other teammates and head coach. You want me to send that to you? Because I could send that to you.
Jesus Christ.
And that's from an ESPN reporter.
Yeah, we could stay on this for a little while. The battles could wait because I'm not in front of my computer right now anyway. We could stay on this because I'm telling you, this dude here, man. This dude here, boy. Shakes, what you got to say? It's your team,
What
bro.
you
I
got to
want you to
say,
go
fam?
first. I want you to go first.
And I love this kid, man. I love this kid. Mm, mm, mm.
Are you getting ready to burn some sage in his honor?
He said it has nothing to do with the team's decision to onboard James Harden via a 4 NBA team trade either. He's upset that they hired Steve Nash. Wow. Who is the yo, man? Yo. Who are you?
This dude got an ego, man. It's been like that since he was by himself in Cleveland. It's been like that. He's shown you who he was.
That
He's been
is
showing you who he was.
crazy though.
It's just when he plays basketball, it makes you forget. because he's so talented. And I can't front on his talent. I love
Oh,
watching him play.
man, he's my
I
favorite.
love watching him to play. Watching him play is great. I cannot lie.
He would have
But
2 rings right now if he did not mess up his knee in that first game versus Golden State. He would have 2 rings right now.
he's a whole weirdo. That's why I mean, like, yo, it's a lot of people that are cool, but I'm like, yo, that motherfucker's a weirdo, bro. Just got the
Mm,
wrong
mm, mm.
values, wrong foundation. Got the wrong bricks for his house. Got the wrong bricks.
Word.
Shit's just fragile. Must be French.
Yo, I just don't understand the mentals. I just don't get it. Like, yo, this is the NBA, bro. This is the NBA. Like, you don't have the juice. That's number one. You don't have the juice. They hired who they hired, and that's important. If they hired Steve Nash for the job, which Shakes was ecstatic about. Shakes even mentioned Steve Nash helping Kyrie Irving because he's a fellow point guard, 2-time MVP, and Kyrie Irving can relate to him and he can relate to the position. I remember that vividly.
But even
But
then, I mean, the analytics tell you that even if you don't may necessarily fully buy in with Steve Nash, the analytics show you that these coaches, from Steve Kerr to Lou to fucking Jason Kidd, to Mark Jackson, former players turned coaches, the teams have been statistically really good. You know what I
and guess
mean?
what? They are player friendly but respected coaches. That's why Kyrie Irving was tearing the goddamn league up in the first 2 weeks. It's not because he's pigeonholed or has to run an offense that doesn't cater to his skill set. So why wouldn't you just be like, yo, you know what? Maybe I was bugging. Every coach needs a chance, just like every player has to have a chance in this league. But if you've been on 3 teams already, homeboy, you might want to think about that.
Yeah. And granted, Vogel had to go against LeBron all those years in Indiana, but Vogel being with Jason Kidd and Jason Kidd being in Milwaukee a year before they went to, do their thing, you can't tell me that Jason Kidd was just as not impactful to the Lakers winning the championship last year as Vogel. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So Kyrie's just wild, man. He's a wild dude,
Yeah,
bro. It's
he's
hard to be a
wilding,
fan of
bro.
that
Like
dude,
that,
man.
that's crazy, man.
It's
I
like
just
the
don't
Giants during
understand.
draft time. It's hard to be a
Right,
fan.
right. I don't understand the whole situation. And it just it's hurtful because we root for this kid. We love this kid. And this is not even on a get in trouble outside of the NBA. This is just his own feelings and emotions and thoughts that's superseding his talent. The kid
That's
has
all
no
right.
issues.
I'm not
Like,
even there no more, E. And I know I get it because that's the soul of you, brother, and that's a credit to you. But this dude got more money and more opportunity and privilege, and I'm so sick of these people just squandering that shit away. Like it's folks ain't out here trying to, doing all kinds of exceptional shit for minimum wage. And your ass is just asked to go out there and play a game that you fucking love and be in the limelight and get everybody's inclusion with you. And you fucking off. Oh, I'm no longer. I can't support that. Fuck that, man. And then you black it. I mean, like I said, it's never anti-white because I love my white people that treat me right and got good head on their shoulders. Never get it twisted, ever. Please don't ever forget that. As a black man in this world, if you love and you respect folks, you ain't got no problem with the color of my skin. I ain't got no problem with the color of yours. But at the same goddamn time, dude, you black, and that's a ride with my people. And I want my people to go out in these streets and act like they got some motherfucking sense to let these people know that their thoughts of us, their perceptions of us have been wrong for decades, centuries, since the beginning of time. And you out there perpetuating that same bullshit that they tell you that we are. Fuck you doing? Show ass to work. So no, Shakes. Fuck Kyrie, bro. And it's been that way because he's selfish. He always been selfish.
Those are the Snapple facts. Like,
I
and
mean,
now, Steve Nash spoke out. I didn't know this happened, but this was a 12-hour report. As far as Steve Nash said he has spoken to Kyrie, but he has consistently said he does not want to share details about his conversations. Kai's still on personal leave, and all that communication between Kai and the organization, I'm going to keep private, Nash said on January 10th, which was 4 days ago. Before a game between the Nets and Thunder, I'm sure you'll hear from him at some point. What coach has to say that about a player? I'm sure you'll hear from him at some point. Wow. Then this is what Kevin Durant said. I won't speak about Kyrie. I'll let him do that for himself. I'm sure you guys will hear. I'm sure you guys will see him soon. Whenever he comes back, and we support him 100% and pray for the best. I pray something was going on that we don't know about with this young man, and it will just truffle all this and it goes away. Because it's just bad. It's just bad.
I mean, it could be. Look, I was enraged by, and I would be lying to the people if I didn't say that this whole capital shit has affected me in ways that, usually don't. Because I mean, you always get irritated and frustrated and maddened by the evils that men do, but never on this level. So if that is the case, that he's like, yo, this world is never going to change. And there's a song by Childish Gambino, and it's like feels like summertime. The song is dope as shit. The melody, everything about it is just dope. But he's like he was crying out in the song. It's like, man, I thought this world would change. I was hoping that this world would change, but it never does. You know what I mean? He didn't say it like that. That's not verbatim what the lyric is. I forget what it is right now, but you know what I mean? It was like a crying out. Like, yo, the fuck? You know what I mean? So I can speak to that. He ain't in the mood to play no basketball. This whole thing is fucked up and it was green lit from the top. How you supposed to battle that? You know what I'm saying? How you supposed to act that? That's World War III type shit. You know what I'm saying? You would need a force just as large as them because now we are fighting two wars against two different groups. The white supremacists and the black people that are brainwashed by it. It's two motherfuckers that we sensible motherfuckers got to fight against. Shit is maddening. So I get it if you don't want to dribble a basketball after realizing that fact. Nothing like this has ever fucking happened before. And they was talking about fucking Twitter followers. Fox News was talking about Twitter followers. After you have found out and proved, and we saw before our very eyes, fire department people, law enforcement from all across the country, storming the fucking Capitol with the keys. With the keys. Like, that shit could have been so bad, bro. Everybody was in that fucking building. The vice president's family was in that fucking building. They built a fucking constituent to hang Vice President Mike Pence, bro. They built it. They had wood. They had nooses. They built it while they were there. They had time to build a contraption to hang the vice president. I get it. If he didn't want to shoot a basketball after that, I get it. If that's the real reason, but if he's using that, that makes him more despicable, and he puts him right there with the rest of these Congress motherfuckers that need to get expelled because now you're trying to bankrupt, or not bankrupt, but you're trying to live off a narrative for your advantage to give people the benefit of the doubt because you can't keep 300 fucking people out your house. So I hope that's not the fucking case. And Shakes, why the fuck would you want me to be a fan of that? You wouldn't be my friend if you allowed me to. I'm telling you. You wouldn't be my brother. I'm telling you. If you allowed me to fucking be that stupid. So yes, sir. Fuck Kyrie Irving. If that's not the case. Now, if he doesn't want to play because of everything I just said, then I'm with him all the way, forgiving me everything I said because I'm with you. Because I wouldn't want to fucking shoot a basketball either. Change the fucking world. Hopefully that's what his message is. But if it is, say something, goddamn it. Send out one of those male fucking kites that you ain't even gotta say nothing. Just hire a helicopter, dude, and attach a damn sign to the end of it. People love that shit. Like, oh, look in the sky, a message. It's like airmail. Just put that shit on there and just let it fly around the country. You got the money. You don't want to talk to the media? Fine. Just put it, hey, I'm not doing playing basketball because of this. Be a lot of letters. May need 2 pages, but it can get, it can be done.
Battles. Not gonna let you forget that thought.
Yes, yes. Hour 30 minutes in. Let's enough of the sports. Put the kids to bed, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk about these battles, and I know a lot of people that may be tuning in exactly right now may not know what the fuck we're talking about, but we are talking about hip hop battles. If you are a fan of 8 Mile, you're a fan of battles. If you're a fan of that bullshit they put on TBS with Method Man that didn't last long, you're a fan of fucking battles. And if you want to see Hamilton when they had a battle over the fucking Congress, then you like battles. So don't fucking click away because you think you can't relate. Because if you love fucking Hamilton, you love battles. That's what the fuck we about to
By
talk
the
about.
way,
Battles. And I watched
I
one.
heard everything y'all said. I'm just in the background with my noisy background, but I'm still here. I'm
You know
listening.
what's crazy, bro?
Oh
It's
yeah, we
not as
got you.
noisy to us as it may be for you.
For me, cause y'all, it's
Yeah,
not
it
that
may
bad.
be. Nah, it's not that bad.
Nah,
Oh,
it's not bad at all.
okay. Yeah, cause you know
I
how my
got all
nephews.
kinds of shit going on behind me.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all know how my nephews is. They don't give a fuck.
That is true. America's nephews will be strong young men when they grow up.
Let me jump in there and add my kids. Cause neither do they. I could be in the middle of a sentence. Daddy,
Mm, mm, mm,
father,
mm, mm, mm.
and you waving them off with the hand because you don't want nobody to know
Yeah,
what's
yo.
going on in the
Exactly.
background. You like you putting
Oh,
crosses
Kenny,
to your
get
mouth on
get your
silence,
motherfucking ass
killing them in the
out
air.
of
You
here.
got a knife out in the air, poking them, pointing them away. They talking about, oh,
I said I'm on
you
my goddamn show. God damn it.
you biting, you talking through your teeth. If you don't get your ass the fuck away from me.
Uh huh. God
Why you
damn.
talking like that? Your friends know you talk like that? I said, get your
Nah, I feel you. But yeah, we know you still with us. Shouts out to I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if they still with us, but shout out to who's it? Horse Shan BTM. Shouts out into the live studio. Welcome. This is the Shakedown Sportscast podcast. Show for the fans by the fans. Getting ready to chop it up about this recent battle. I forgot what I think it was. What was the name of it? Of the actual event URL. I can't do it. But DNA, man. DNA is the truth, bro. I've been such a fan of this dude, and he shows up every time. Hell of a battle he had with I think it was Geechee Gotti.
Yes.
But it was a good battle. He even Geechee Gotti said some dope shit. He's been dope too. But man, DNA was dope. What was the other one? There was another one that was kind of whack. I think that was the one before it. But I know you watched all of them, so give me the card because I can remember if I hear their names. But Give me the card and tell me what you thought of him.
Okay. The new battles. Let me get everybody because I was concentrating. That I was just you had me so linked into that just now, man. That I was just like, what I mean, thinking about the lines and took me away for a minute because I was going, come up with a couple of the little lines that just went on. You know what I mean? Um,
Nah, I definitely feel you because they were. I
yeah,
mean,
I was
that
there
last one
just now.
stuck in my
Like
head. That's why I said that one first. DNA. The DNA battle was just dope. Man, that was a good battle, and I think DNA showed out, and he was just talking. But he got another one coming up with Av in this new event coming up on the. I think it's the 23rd that they just announced. But I need to know when Briz. No, T Top battle. What did you think of the T Top one? Did you see
I
the
gotta
T
see it
Top and
again because I was dealing with my kids at the same time. So when it was happening, I wasn't able to catch the lines. You know, you can't be around no damn rap battle when you with your kids. You know what I'm saying? So I was, you know what I mean? I was involved in that. Like, oh man, come on now. You know what I'm saying? What's going on out here? Get away from me.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you.
All
Let's
right.
see.
Oh
I'm gonna
man.
pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, pull it up.
I got
I got you.
I got it in my app. And if shouts out to the brothers that use the app that they use. You know, they don't pay us for
Yeah, the
that
caffeine.
advertising. So,
Caffeine.
he just said it. I wasn't going to say it because I was going to let Caffeine introduce. Get you a sponsor. We can add on some extra, content and get some of that advertising money. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna pull it up because there was one specifically that it was an older. I think his name was Danny Brown, and I never seen him heard him battle before.
You
Dude
talking
was
about Danny
dope.
Myers?
Danny
Talking
Myers,
about
yeah.
Danny
Oh my
Myers, yeah.
God, his battle was crazy.
Yeah, he's nice. Danny Myers is nice.
He is, and damn, who did he face? It's all giving me the old stuff. I wanted to see from the one last week. It was a battle event just last week, America. URL. I'm trying to pull it up, but it's only giving me the upcoming stuff. It's not giving me the stuff I already watched. So I'm trying to pull it up through the internet. But in the meantime, how many people out there, the listeners that do engage in or listen to battle rap? You know what I mean? Because you'd be surprised how many hip hop heads that are hip hop heads, but don't really get into the battle rap, and then vice versa, which is surprising to me because how can you be a fan of double entendres, lyricism, breaking down bars, breaking down words, and using it as a dart against your opponent? You know, man, how could you not be a fan of that if you're a fan of lyricism?
I got you, brother. The name of the event was Super Fight, right?
There it is, super fight. There you go. Thank you, sir.
Super Fight.
Because my research skills was not working right now. I got all kinds of shit on this computer. You don't want to know how I was trying to search for this information. It was truly a difficult task. But go ahead.
Yeah. So it was a Super Fight URL rap battles. DNA. Um,
I can talk about the battles because I remember them
yeah,
if I hear their names.
that's crazy.
Because then they faced Geechee Gotti. That one was a good one. A lot of people say Geechee Gotti won 2-1. I think DNA won. I thought he won 3-0. But that's just because of I think I like the way DNA builds his round, builds his bars. The way he raps. And he really hit him with some shots.
Yeah. I personally got DNA in it too. You're not by yourself in that. And I'm going to tell you why. We got the same Gotti we always get. You could catch a round, I toss the pound. What we going to do now? Use a clown. I get all that. I
Yo,
got it. I
he
like
did.
it.
DNA told this dude he looked like he had the set it off Queen Latifah braids going. He was built like a Grand Theft Auto character. That shit was hilarious. And he flipped that into another bar that rhymed. But man, that was so funny. And I love her. And I know the COVID be fucking them up with the crowd and everything, but for them, I
Right.
actually like this style. The crowd often pisses me off, very often, more times than not. The fucking crowd is just like, and they go crazy for everything. You know what I mean? It's just too much celebration. I get it, but sometimes they go so long, the people forget what they're saying,
Yeah.
and then they be like, "Hold on, let me get it out." You know what I mean? It's going crazy. So I do like this style. Always like this style. But that one was a good battle.
Yeah.
Um,
The T Top versus Easy the Block Captain.
Easy to block, Captain. Yeah, that one. Yo, T Top is nice, but this dude Easy came with it, bro. He was killing them. And for all y'all, I know y'all ain't check it out or whatever, and I ain't encouraging you to do a goddamn thing. This is our show. This is Thriving Thursdays. We gonna talk about because this shit
Right.
was fun, and y'all need to check it out if you hadn't checked it out already. Because we would love more people to come into this thing and discuss it with us because it is truly a gifted thing to watch these brothers do what they do. And T Top, he's dope, but this dude Easy was killing them, man. And his delivery was sharp and it had you in question. He put when he was rapping, he put me in to question T Top. Like I ain't never really questioned him. I know he always talked about the drugs and this, that, and the other thing, and he used that as his theme to deliver his bars or his work.
Right.
But this dude,
Struggles.
he got him with it. He was coming. He was coming with it. Like I don't believe you. You need more people. I don't know if you remember that one, but I do. I watched the whole event. It was
That
dope.
yeah, that's the one where daddy madness. So I gotta watch the T Top and Easy the Black Captain over. Now Rum Nitty versus Don Marino. I'm gonna just be real with you. Don Marino, you came to fight, but you was not ready for that type of fight.
Yeah, he
I
messed
think
up.
that you I think they put him in a ladder where obviously these guys, right, are facing URL vets versus up and coming guys so they could get a shot. And if you can beat one of these guys, it helps you, you know, propel your name, get you out there, and put you in a good position. Everybody knows DNA and Geechee Gotti. So that's just a heavyweight fight that everybody was waiting to see, which is the main event. T Top and Easy the Black Captain. Most people don't know who Easy the Black Captain is. You know who he is now because he put himself in the position, to let it be known I'm not here to get my ass whipped. This is my chance, and I'm 8 miling it up. You know what I mean? Papa Doc versus Bunny Rabbit.
All day.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
I like how you put that, bro.
No doubt.
And that's exactly
Rum
what it
Nitty,
was. That's
yeah.
exactly what it was.
Rum Nitty versus Don Marino. I don't know, you know, who Don Marino is. I'm not mad at him, but that's not what you want. Them punches was coming from different angles, and them setups was coming from different avenues. And you might want to go back into the lab and take this ass whipping and understand the compression pieces that you need to put on your body somewhere because you are definitely hurt. That
Yeah.
was hurtful.
I was
Danny Myers versus drugs.
well,
That's where
real
you was
quick.
about to go.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want to get to that one, but um, to counter, not counter, but add on to what you said about that battle. I agree. Don didn't. He messed up. He forgot his bars at one point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he couldn't get right after that. But I will give him a strong. If we were going to the scorecard in boxing, he would have a strong competitive 9. And I
Right.
think the first round, because first round he was good. He didn't mess up, and I like what he was saying, but he still didn't win the round. But I mean, it showed that he does have it in him if he can just carry three. You know what I mean? But I agree. Rum Nitty, that was easy 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Danny Myers and drugs. Wow. Wow. I was making noise, bro. Like, yo. And they were like, what are you watching? I was making so much noise that it attracted the family to interject. Danny Myers killed this dude. He used a entendre to describe himself, the name of his opponent. Drugs.
But see, he is one of those guys that doesn't get the love that he deserves because of the fact that most people don't respect who he is. But when he steps into the ring, you always got to be prepared for him. He's one of those dudes, like if you look at boxing, Thurman, Spence, those guys, everybody knows who they are. But the guy who Spence just fought, why can't his name come to my mind real quick? Oh my goodness.
You
The
talking
guy
about
that Spence, he
Spencer?
just fought him. Yeah,
Errol
Spence just
Spencer?
fought him. He just fought
Oh
him.
shit, I don't know. Fuck. That.
Um, it'll come to me. That's the guy that if you take him lightly in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you find yourself losing to a unanimous decision to him, or you find yourself losing by knockout because you didn't come prepared enough to recognize one, he has speed, power, quickness, but also he can hurt you with both hands. And that's how Danny Myers is. He can hurt you with punchline schemes, setups, or he can just outbar you back and forth, and you got to match that energy. He's one of them dudes where he's hungry still, and and drugs was about that life though. He just it wasn't enough.
Danny Garcia.
Right, Garcia.
Yeah, Danny.
Garcia can fight flat out, and if you come in there thinking it's all good, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good battle. I mean, that was the way he built the rounds was on some Nas I gave you power type shit. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, whenever you can get to that level of storytelling, you know what I mean, is that's just dope. So I was a fan of his immediately. I didn't know too much about him, but I am immediately a fan now. So and that was a good battle. And Drugs did his thing too. But again, this was one of those old school facing the new. Cause yeah, DNA and Danny Myers definitely showed, and if this as an overall card showed who they were, and they defended their crown well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm happy you got a chance to witness that, bro. Like, I love the fact that you know what I mean. You was definitely involved in.
Shouts out to you. You the one that put me on to it. So shouts out to Eva Chosen for telling me about caffeine and watching these joints and checking these things out live. And yo, it's free. That's like, yo,
Yeah, it's free. You ain't got to pay nothing, right? That's the best part.
that's the best
And
part because I love battle rap. But you know what I mean?
yeah,
I didn't love it to the point of using it as an expenditure. You know what I mean?
no
Like,
doubt.
yo,
Or
I
or,
love
or
you to
having
death,
any
battle
type
rap.
of monetary situation going towards that.
For
I
real. I was
respect
like,
it.
I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
All
hope
you
I
have
get
to
y'all
have is
money,
a
but
phone,
not for me.
and we good.
Oh yeah, shouts out to you for putting me on to it, man. I can't wait for the next one. They got another one coming up, Kings and Queens Part 2.
Yeah, and part two, that's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be crazy because I know on this one they're gonna probably have the thugged out, roughneck, angry, hungry battle rappers and men, and they're gonna have these up and coming, you know their names, but they just haven't had they shot yet females. So it might be better than the first one because there was a lot of heavy hitters on the first card with like, you know what I mean, Sue Surf, K Shine, Geechee Gotti, DNA, Arsenal. Like those are the names that bring you to the event versus like Miss Hustle, 40 Bars, and you know, official, like the female names. But
Right.
this one, I want to see who's going to be the females in it. against the dudes in it. So that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun.
Absolutely. I can't wait. Can't wait for that. Hopefully, Bred's getting the ring soon, man. That's my dude,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, man. I know that shit, dude.
That
He got
dude
to
need
get
to
it
get in the
together
ring.
though.
What is he still? Is he still like? I don't even still know what the deal
He
is
just
with the whole
he's
murder move
upset.
Briz thing.
He's upset. Nah, it wasn't Briz, and they cleared that up. It had something to do with the production management team and contractual situation between him and Smack, like the Smack team and Briz. Like the way they did him was wrong. Like even Murder Mook talks about it. Like the way they did him was wrong. Something went on between that, and I can't wait for him to tell that side of the story if he hasn't told it already. I would love for that to happen. And Murder Mook went into it in an interview, and I'll send it to you, where he was like, "Yo, I spoke to Briz, and I don't want to bring out all of the conversation that took place because it's his right to tell the people. But how they did him was wrong." And on top of that, Goods has a podcast and he called Murder Mook and spoke about it live and direct. Like, yo, what happened? And he's like, yo, all I'm gonna say again is that they was foul for that. They could have did better than that. And that's how that went. So hopefully he'll
Mm.
tell us that story soon.
Yeah, I'll look forward to it, man. But
Yeah, me
shouts out
too.
to Briz Rothstein, North Carolina, battle rapper. Dude is nice, man. He's seriously talented. He can do it like vulgar, cursing, parental discretion advised. But as you saw on BET, where he got to start, always have it a soft place in the
Mm-hmm.
heart for the folks that you actually see grow and come up. You know what I mean? I watched this dude on BET way back when, going against everybody and not cursing, and you know what I mean, and just doing this thing. So shouts out to him, man. I hope he get back in the ring. I love that. I'm a serious fan. Like I am a fan of Eminem, and Black need to get off that bullshit. I'm a fan of this dude. You already know me and Black. That's my brother. I love him to death. But me and him gonna fight forever. We're gonna be old as shit. Life sitting at a Yankees game. I'm like, so tell me this again. What is your problem with this white boy? She's like, nah, man, hold on, son. Nah, son, hold on.
We
No,
gonna
no,
get
but
into that. I want to hear that too between you guys. Like I want to hear what the real
he
root.
told me already. He told me already, due to the outsiders and how they all came up. You know what I'm saying? Eminem being around Buster and that whole conglomerate. You know what I mean? Black feels that the kid stole the style. You know what I mean? He stole
Oh,
a
he
lot.
suck
You know what I
this.
mean? So he put him in the category of Elvis. You know what I'm saying? And I get it.
Okay, I get it too.
But this kid wasn't. Is not Elvis. He actually grew up the
Yeah,
same way
I will never
that a Busta
deny his
Rhymes or
talent.
myself, or any one of us grew up. So his environment and his upbringing is what developed the style. It's just like, for example, me growing up in Landover, right? Growing up in Maryland, PG
Right.
County, but experiencing DC on a daily basis, almost spending 10 out of the 24 hours in a day inside the district, living life. You know what I mean? And then having that whole compass from elementary all the way to high school, and then I joined the service, off to the Navy, and it's a whole nother world. I'm away from everybody. You know what I'm saying? Knows what kind of person I would have became if not for those experiences. So to crucify this kid because he started out one way and then got with a click, you know what I'm saying? Got with a click and went all out over in New York with Redman, Busta Rhymes, and Outsiders and all those folks. That molded him into who he was. He didn't. I don't see. He's too gifted for it to be stolen. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
definitely on board with that. I just think that he has a unique style that a lot of other people wanted to sound like. Like when you hear other people rap, you be like, yo, he got the little Eminem with him. I've never heard his style from anybody else, which makes him who he is to me. I love his lyrical prowess. I've heard him on tracks with the greatest, best all time lyricist. And I still listen to his part on certain albums and tracks and songs where I'm like, yo, whew, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
That is
his
crazy. And
personal
you wait
forever
for his
with
part.
Drake was just like
Mm-hmm.
that shit, man. You just knew it was coming, and he murders it every fucking time. So
Let me tell
that's
you.
why I be like, Black, you
Let
on
me
that
tell you
bullshit.
something. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you my joint. Like when he came out with the Slim Shady. Hi, my name is. When he came out with that shit, I ain't like that shit. I'm like, oh no, I see what they doing. I see what the fuck they doing. They trying to motherfucking champion this white man and our motherfucking and our little culture. Like, no, I see this already. What's going on? Now, me saying that's the mind frame that I had of him, right? Now, after I heard Forgot About Dre, right? And then I heard Guilty Conscience. I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? Alright, alright, white boy is alright though. He alright with it, he alright. But yo,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
made me
yeah.
just say, yeah, but what made me say he's a beast, after all that I heard just what I just said, I then heard his verse on Biggie's third album when he was already gone.
Them dead wrongs, right?
Yeah, oh my god. That was it for me. That was it, bro. I got a line in my pocket, I'm nine. I got a nine in my pocket, and baby, I'm just dying to cock it. Who ready for war? I'm ready for war. I got Mercedes with swords for any faggot who said he was war. Oh my god, man, listen. bro, bro, when he hit it, bro, I was like, oh, okay.
Yo,
Oh yeah,
what sold me, period, was the Marshall Mathers album. That album,
that whole album was
when
crazy.
he was going
That
crazy
whole
like
shit.
that, let me know he's involved. Then he
Yeah,
started doing features. He was on records with Big, J, Nas, Pun. I said, yo, he is for real. He is for real.
yo, this dude
And
has
his
come
yo, man, I'm
together.
telling you,
Thank you.
top 10 without a doubt.
I listened to this dude with the first the Slim Shady LP. Navy buddy of mine had the tape cassette. He was like, "Yo, you gotta listen to this." And we was driving up. We were in Maryland. We were driving up to New Jersey. Had to be back on the ship. Man, I listened to that shit the whole drive, and it's a 4 hour drive. I listened to that shit the whole 4 hours straight. And what got me off that first album, Criminal, man, that one was ridiculous. The style, the rhyme style, the content. Dude said, man, hey, what? Don't shoot nobody. I won't. He walks into the fucking bank. He said, give me all your fucking money. I'm not gonna fucking kill you. I'm not gonna shoot you. Just put the fucking money in the bag. It's like, please don't kill me. I'm not gonna fucking hurry up. And then he shoots her. Bang. Bye. And then he says, thank you. And then this dude starts
right,
continue
bro.
rapper. And I was like, oh my God, this dude is crazy.
Come on,
So
man.
yeah, you gotta be a fan. So I'm a fan of Briz Rothstein, just like him. But hopefully get in the ring. But that's battle rap. We at the 2 hour mark. And apparently, are they cutting us off? You know, he said each live stream session is limited to 120 minutes and we end in 2 minutes. Okay, so I guess we only allowed to go 2 hours now,
Oh
which is
yeah,
fine because
they cutting us off because they did cut us off 2 hours yesterday with Black Freezy,
yeah,
and he said
So
he
when
going
did
by
all of
the
this
rules or
whole
something.
2 hour mark start?
I have no
I
idea.
don't know because we was still 3 hours on Monday with me. That
Yeah,
didn't
that's
happen.
weird, but it's
So
all good. You know, what I mean, we can go
Nah,
ahead
it's
and
not
wrap
all
up.
good because this is a paid for service, and I get that it's all good that you wrapping up LRP, and I didn't mean to cut you, but I think I'm saying this for the conglomerate and the constituents. in the group.
Oh yeah,
Who the
we
fuck are
throw it.
they not to send us an email or tell us something about something and make that an option? Because we paid for what we paid for already. Shout outs to Easy in Arizona. We love you. But let's
Already.
not play games.
We would
Let's not play
definitely
games.
discuss that at the board,
You damn
um,
right.
the board table, because they gave us the 1 minute. So regardless of how we feel about it, we will discuss this offline. But to America, we appreciate y'all listening. Um, we This has been the Shakedown Sports Podcast. Hope you enjoyed the show. Be at you tomorrow for East Out Friday.
Yes,
Shakes
indeed.
Black. Go ahead, say what you say, brothers. 20 seconds on the clock.
Alright, got my nephews all in the background too. Alright, well, like we always say around this time, expect you to agree with me, but I damn sure expect you to understand. Understand? So don't get shook up, cause we keep shit live. It's the Shakedown, repping New York Giants on that drive for 5. And we out of here. So, what y'all